Begin with a battle at the pumps as long petrol queues continue to stretch across various fuel stations around the country. When our crew visited some stations, people complained of waiting for several hours, only to find out that there was no product available. Some operators who spoke off camera could not explain the cause of the scarcity.
Fuel stations close to prospective customers, and the ones whose gates are open, there are long queues. Motorists and people hoping to buy the petrol in their jerry cans have to wait several hours to get lucky. Across several states, the mood is the same amongst the motorists and commuters.
I've been on queues over 4 hours now. So I think the NNPC, that is the opposite side of this so-called filling station. So the NNPC, which we all depend on, maybe we sell the fuel, so they didn't sell. So we have no choice than to queue on this the other side of the main road so that we can have the fuel.
From Lagos to Ogun and on to Oyo, Osun and Ekiti in southwest Nigeria to Jos in the north central, some of these people have had to stay away from work just so they can fuel their vehicles.
The only thing they kept telling us is this issue between the marketers and the filling station. Because we can't get fuel anywhere. This is the only filling station that is selling around this area. And we don't have a choice. We just have to queue. We hope this will be sorted out soonest.
In the meantime, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation has continued to insist that there is adequate supply for everyone and there is no need for hoarding or panic buying.
Well, despite the long queues at petrol stations around the country, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation says adequate supply of petroleum products have been dispatched across the nation to stop what they've called an artificially induced scarcity. At a news conference in Abuja, the Group Managing Director of the NNPC, Dr. Joseph Dauda, says his counterparts in NNPC subsidiaries disclosed that over 800,000 metric tons, equivalent of about 1 billion litres, are available for sale in the month of March alone, with enough capacity to meet demands up till April. Our correspondent Emologo Nadi reports.
As at Monday afternoon, a few petrol stations in Abuja had no petroleum products for sale, but at major filling stations across the city centre, sales were ongoing, while several tankers of petroleum products arrived for offloading. Many consumers had waited hours to get petrol, some 8, others up to 18 hours, and many of them were angry.
They've been selling, they are using a different route to sell to they are not selling to the public. They are selling to their own chronics. Is it how it's supposed to be? I've been here since 6:54. I'm still here.
Since yesterday around 6 o'clock. Yesterday, I sleep for filling station. Up to now, I never get a phone.
The regulatory bodies for petroleum products pricing, sale and control held a joint news conference to ensure Nigerians of availability of petrol to last till April, but warned against hoarding of the products.
As of today, we have more than enough in our stock for the entire nation. And there is a good build-up now till April. So with this build-up, we are very, very confident that we will not have any problems in terms of supplies. There are challenges with distribution. We will continue to handle those challenges, and we will try everything possible to make it as seamless, smooth, and as stable as possible.
We make sure that those that have fuel don't hoard them, and people don't also divert petroleum products. So that we are doing. Again, I will also reassure marketers that as much as possible, we will not shut down their filling stations so that we don't cause too much hardship for other people. But anybody that hoards, we will make sure that they sell the fuel and penalize them thereafter.
The 2015 elections are approaching, and the high exchange rate of Naira to the dollar has resulted in a hike in market price of some products. Observers say an increase in the price of petroleum products or persistent scarcity at this time will lead to hardships for many Nigerians. Omelogo Nnadi, Channels Television News.
We're still on the fuel scarcity, and energy expert Mr. Olabode Shoumi has been explaining the reason behind the long queues at the service stations. Mr. Shoumi says that subjecting the nation to hardship is not a solution to the problem, but advised the marketers and the government to resolve their differences without inflicting hardship on Nigerians.
The marketers and the supply chain system that goes through the downstream industry have certain complaints in terms of the margins since the downward review of the fuel price. And of course, these are there are negotiations and interactions within the system. But the queues is a fallout of imperfections within the system. It has nothing to do with fuel prices. In point of fact, the fuel prices reduction should mean that there should be excess fuel available in the system. The private sector has the capacity to actually deliver the service. Yes, there are NNPC mega stations, but they are just a drop in the ocean. So effectively, yes, you probably get fuel at the NNPC stations, but that cannot cure everybody. So at the end of the day, the system must work. It's a system problem. The system needs to work, the system needs to engage itself, and the system needs to produce. Whatever grounds any part of the system has, subjecting the nation to hardship will be the solution to their problems. Yes, it can get attention, yet it can divert attention, but it does not necessarily solve the problems. So I do not think that somebody not being fully paid at the moment will be enough reason for fuel prices in Nigeria.